My name is Michelle Ashby. I found my family birth center through my friend Anastasia, and I decided I was considering switching because I had seen friends that had had positive experiences with birth centers or home births, and I wanted something different from my hospital births. I felt like with my third birth, I gave birth to him so quickly that I didn't need to have the medication, and I wanted to try it without, and I felt like trying the birth center would be the most effective for that. I felt like the midwives were really great at helping me throughout my whole pregnancy journey, and when it came to actually giving birth, the team was there for me and helping me with the active labor, and that really helped me to be able to have the faith in myself that I was born for this, that I could do it, and that I could make it through unmedicated. And it was a really, really good experience, both like during the labor and delivery and also after in my recovery. I actually had been considering coming here to the birth center with my fourth pregnancy. I was going to do a tour. I thought I was miscarrying, and I came into the birth center and we couldn't find the heartbeat. It was really early in pregnancy. I ended up miscarrying at home like the next night, and they just helped take care of me throughout that experience. And I really felt like they cared more about me than they did about numbers or anything like that. They really made sure that like there wouldn't be a financial burden with that, which can happen even with miscarriage. And they helped with that. And then I actually had another miscarriage 4 months later. That one I actually ended up having to go to by ambulance to the hospital, and they still like helped me with the aftercare as much as they could. And because of how they cared for me during those, it helped with wanting to come here to the birth center. And throughout the whole pregnancy, no matter how like worried or scared I was, they were always there to help me. If I wanted additional care, I would just let them know, and they would help provide that as best they could. And when it came to the actual birth, it was a much different experience that I've had before. I really felt like the birth team was there for me the whole time, that they actually cared about me, and that I was, a person, not just another number or a list or something, but that they actually were there, fully invested in me throughout that whole labor and delivery experience and after as well. In the hospital, I felt like there were times when there were some nurses that were really, really helpful and were there for me, and I really appreciated them. One in particular for my first delivery that I remember, but it's interesting because my oldest is 6 years old, and I remember that one and maybe a little bit of other people, but like I think I'll forever remember all of those that were here at my birth for my little guy that I just had a few months ago. If I could go back to my first birth, I wish I would know that there are other options besides the hospital, that it can be a good fit for different people, and that it's not the only option. That there are birth centers, there are home births, which I haven't experienced, but I'm grateful to know that if that were something I wanted to do, that there's support out there for it. And I didn't even know that a birth center was an option, even though I didn't know that that was an option. But if I could go back, I would really find those that would be there to support before, during, and after. If I knew then what I know now, I also experienced with this, I thought that the afterwards I would have more pain, that it would be harder to recover. And for me, that's been the opposite. That even though I'm older and have had more kids and my body feels a lot more worn out from all of that, I feel like the recovery has been so much smoother, that during my during the delivery, I actually did tear, but the midwives looked at it and it looked like it would be able to heal on its own. And they encouraged me and gave me the option of doing so. And like without anything, just healing at home and resting. And by prioritizing that, it helped me to heal. And if I had known that the healing process, both physically and mentally for myself, could be better with the birth center, then I would have done it from the beginning, because after can be so hard and painful, and this was the best of the 4 births that I had.